An exciting match at the TBS Oval. Lovely weather, lovely atmosphere. The umpires are set for today. I'll quickly run you through the team list of the Ghanaian team. Samson Awea, the captain of the side. Aquiel Said, Daniel Anefi, Gottfried, Bakwa Weme, James FIFA, Joseph Theodora, Kevin Awala, Kofi Bagana, Michael Agboye, Obed Ave, Rexford Banku, and Alex Osie. That's for Ghana. Team Nigeria today, we have the regular captain Sylvester Okpe, Ademola Onikoyi, Ajekun Daniel, Danladi Isaac Okpe, Karim Ridwan, Peter Ahol, Sawe Sulaiman, Sheson Adedeji, Taiwo Mohamed, Udokwe Chimemele, Akere Isesele for the Nigerian squad for today. Quickly, you can see the Ghanaian side taking the pitch, and the umpires are walking in also. This will definitely be one of the matches you want to watch wherever you are or you want to follow. Promise to be an exciting one. Two of the Ghanaian players celebrated their birthday yesterday. The captain and one of his members, James Fofa and Samson Awea, at the hotel yesterday. Yesterday was an off day of the tournament. They actually pull up a little party to celebrate the birthday, to celebrate themselves, which is nice. It's good to see team to relax when it's off days. Quickly, Ajeku Daniel has become the leading batter of the tournament so far. He has played 5 innings and won 19 runs to his total. Strike rate so far is 90.8, while we have Hamza Khan from Rwanda emerge as the second runner-up with 5 innings, 130 runs. Then we have Rosawe Sulaiman from Nigeria, 5 innings, also 111 runs. We have Obed Havid of Ghana, 4 innings so far, 98 runs. Topping the wickets, the wicket chart, Isaac Okpe, 5 matches, 11 wickets, an average of 5.73. Max wicket 3 in a match, then economy of 4.5. Obed Havid second in the chart, 5 innings, 10 wickets, at the average of 9.2. Edokwe Chimele, 5 innings, 8 wickets, 1 maiden, an average of 9.6, 3 marks in a match. The point table of this tournament so far, Nigeria has dominated. They've played 5 and won 5. They drawn none and lost none, with the wonderful net run rate of 2.618. Ghana second in the table with 5 and lost 2 and won 3, lost 2. Rwanda third at the table, played 5 games, won 2, lost 3. While Sierra Leone is at the bottom of the table with 5 games and they've lost all the 5. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you to the stat box who have actually brought us to date with the statistics and what we need to know. With me in the com box is Fumi, an ex-international for the female team, Nigerian cricket. It's good to have her in the box with me this morning. Fumi, you are welcome.
Good morning, Tamuno.
Thank you, Fumi. It promised to be an exciting start with Gottfried opening the bowling from the Court of Appeal end. You see the Nigerian batters looking so fresh and hungry this morning. The first ball is about to be bowled. The umpires for today, we have Musa Eisoje Bodi as one of the umpires that are standing today, and we have also Olumide, who is also standing this morning. Yeah. The third umpire for today is David Odembo.
The first ball has been pulled for the overs and for the innings, and that is a dot ball. A good start from Team Ghana, I must say.
So it's nice to see bowlers coming in and making their first over, not just the first ball, making the first over count because that actually gives the start to the team as a whole. Goffrey is not a new bowler in the game, and especially from the Nigerians, from the Ghanaian side. Goffrey happened to be a very good bowler who thinks so much. I like his approach. I love his athleticism. And one of my colleagues says it reminds him of the Nigerian musician, the Nigerian star called Ashake.
Ronsenwe Sulaiman took his first strike for Nigeria, first run for Nigeria in this game.
It's good to see Ajeku Daniel and Rusowe at the center, starting up front. I wonder what their total is and what they plan to put up in this match, especially the Nigerian side that we've seen over the 5 games they've played so far. That has been progressing in their approach, and it shows the quality of any team. When a team plays good today and plays better tomorrow, it shows that they always go to their dressing room to address 1 or 2 challenges and come back stronger.
Good stop, excellent fielding, good bowling from Godfred, excellent bowler, showing professionalism and class.
Fume, I would like to ask you, in your days of playing actively, where did you start your cricket from?
I started my cricket from primary school. I
What?
started from grassroots cricket.
Okay, what school? What primary school did
I
you
went to Obele
okay.
High School,
Obele is situated at
Lagos,
Lagos
in Lawansin, yes.
area. Wow, who was the coach at that time?
I had so many coaches, but
Okay.
one of them was Dayo
Oh, Dayo
and
Lawal.
the last. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. So from there you left and you
We went to secondary school and it went on like that. We started playing Sterling Bank, played iMalt, played then started Alzat coaching foundation for cricket. Those are the things that gradually built us then.
Oh, that's nice. It's good to know that you didn't just wake up in the morning and just started playing cricket. It was nice that you had a background history of your playing cricket, and you can see that actually brought you to play for the country at some point. Anyway, this going back to the game, at the end of first over, it's 3 runs for the loss of no wicket. Nigerian batters Ajeku, Daniel, and Sulaiman Resawe still at the center, hugging the crease.
Rosenway so far has shown class and has been an excellent batter this tournament. His highest score is 79 of 55 runs against Sierra Leone. Rosenway, so much is expected of him this tournament, this game especially.
It's good to see Nigerians, the Nigerian cricket team approaching this tournament with a lot of positivity. I know they have a lot in their hands, and in a month from now they will be going for the ICC qualifiers in Namibia, and this tournament is actually not just serving as a tournament of its own; it's serving as a preparatory for them. Playing countries like Ghana, Rwanda, Sierra Leone. I mean, it's really something for them to build on, so that when they just get to the tournament in Namibia, they will get into the flow.
3 runs in the first over is a good way to start. It's a good way to start the game.
I'd like to see Daniel Ajeku and Sulaiman Rusawe make use of the 6 overs power play of the 20 overs. I would like to see a different approach about it. I know Sulaiman has some firepower in his arms. It's just that I think he plays a bit too aggressive when it comes to opening the bat from the first ball. In the last 2 games, he has been disappointed for himself, because the balls that got him was the balls that he was going to sweep, and those shots came too early in the innings, and he was being bowled out and trapped out for those 2 games. I hope he comes back with a much better and well-aligned tournament strategy in this particular match.
It was a good start from Aquil, giving us a dot ball in his first ball, and now 1 run. Sulaiman played the run, Ajeku Daniel facing. Quail is going for his 3rd ball this over, Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I think the Ghanaian team are trying to keep the Nigerian batters on lock, minimal runs in the power play. Because if you've seen the Nigerian team play during power play, you know they always make use of their power play overs, and that is one of the advantages that they have or they've been having. But now the Ghanaian team, I think they've gone back, studied them, and I said, no, you know what, this game we are going to put the Nigerian batters on lock, and we can see that happening right now on the field. This is 4 runs in 1.3 overs. It's a good way to start. It's a very good way to start.
And for me, you've said it right. You said it right. There's no doubt about that. It's good to see that in this particular match with Ghana, if you watch the field setting, you'll find out that they've placed a fielder at long off area and the extra deep extra covers area, that is at the boundary area, to actually seal the boundary for Sulaiman and Ajeku Daniel, who is a specialist in hitting the balls over the cover's head for boundaries in those areas. So this is tactically all right. The field is well set. It's just for the bowlers to bowl according to the setting of the field, which is awesome.
Speaking of bowling, we just witnessed a wide from Akwel and now a dot ball. 1 run off 4 balls. It's fantastic. They are showing that they came here for business, and they are trying to minimize the run rates as much as possible, and that is what any brilliant fielding side would do, especially when you know you are facing a rivalry.
Yeah, but you can't take that away from Akwel's side. If you watch all his game, he has been tidy, just a bit of here and there. Yeah, he doesn't take much run up. I love his approach when he goes. It shows that he's into a lot of business. A slow medium pace bowler. It's got a fast, and sometimes it comes in and dipping into your toes and give you those yokers that you never expect. It doesn't run so much from the wicket, but his height is also not a barrier. It comes in and you underrate him, and before you know, you will get a whip off him, which keeps the batsman guessing, because you really won't know what is going to be delivering per ball, and that's what a bowler should actually look like when bowling. You know,
I must say the bowlers are doing fantastic job. Clean bowling, steady line and length, putting the batters at the edge of their seats.
I will always give a plus to any bowler bowling in the power play overs, because it takes a lot. You have lesser protection outside the 30-yard circle, so it shows that you must really get your line and your length. If not, if you stray, they will take advantage of you, and at that point the batter knows that it is the time to take advantage of the field. So you should know that it's a very delicate time when the batter is looking forward to score runs and you are looking forward to curtail them. You know, that's excellent. I think that's what we want to see when we watch T20. We want to see a lot of dynamics. We want to look it from the side and the other side. So that is nice.
At the end of second over, we have 6 runs on board, and that is another dot ball. The Ghanaian team are showing us they are here to put up a fight.
Again, for me, after the day rest, you find out that most teams have relaxed and they've got their energy back, and you can find out that you can see from what we are seeing so far that the energy at which the bowlers are using, and even the fielder looks more energetic when they are fielding. That tells you that they are well balanced now and they are back to the game.
1 run straight to the fielder from Ajeku Daniel, and we have Godfrey bowling from the court of appeal end here in TBS. 7 runs, 2.2 overs. You can say again, I might not be there in the changing room, but I can tell you that the message that they are passing is, let us try to contain these runs. They are doing excellently well.
Well, for me, informations are very, very important when it comes to cricket, especially, maybe sport in general. I also think that in modern days cricket, T20, the approach is quite different. Those days when we played, that's taking us back to about 10 years ago, 7 years ago. You will find out that team value wickets more, keeping of wicket more than scoring a big runs and losing a lot of wickets. But it has changed. The dynamics these days and the approach is beginning to go more wilder. These days you will see team team loses 3 wickets in 5 overs. But you will get an 80 runs on board. I mean, when that comes to about the 10 over or 5 overs to go, you will now find out that they might have 6 wickets down. The run rate is 200 plus, and that's a different approach of the game. Those days when we lose 1 or 2 wickets in the first 2 overs, we get information from our coaches telling us, don't lose any more wickets, play carefully, and that kind of slow down the run rate. But these days, even if you lose 3 wickets in the first 8 overs, so long that the runs is there, I think everything is balanced about it.
Excellent bowling from Godfrey and excellent fielding. He's really protecting his other end of the bowling.
There's something about bowling that I enjoy so much. When a bowler is bowling and you have a backup of your fielders, it makes bowling very interesting and exciting. Sometimes you can actually bowl to the batter and he plays the ball to your field, and there's a misfield and it goes for a boundary to actually spoil your over. It's a lot of pain for you as a bowler. But when you see good bowling and you see good backup by the fielders, I mean, that is class on its own. That's class on its own.
At the end of the 3rd over, we have 9 runs on board for Team Nigeria with loss of no wickets. I must say, maybe, the last time Nigeria played Ghana, they were all out in 19.3 overs. It could be that's why we have a lot of caution now from the batters from Team Nigeria. They are trying not to make the same mistake again.
For me, I disagree with you. The truth is, the approach from the Nigerian side has been a bit of a careful one, especially from Sulaiman. On a regular days, Sulaiman would have done about 4 to 5 sweep shots in this 3 overs that has been bowled so far. But I've not seen him play the sweep shot so far, and that means that he has been cautioned to take that off. That shot off maybe in the first 5 to 6 overs. These are all strategies, but again, it has slowed down the run rate. So this is what coaches look forward to look at, and at the end of the game, they will still find out what do we need to tell him to do, just to keep making him improving and make sure he stay longer, because for a batter that can play around his wicket, you really don't want to restrict him. If you do, it might affect his game. So, but also, I'm not taking that away from Sulaiman so far. If you look at his strike rate, if you look at the numbers of runs he has made so far in the past 3.1 over, you will find out that he has played 3 runs facing 7 balls. It's just unlike him, and that's because I think he has been cautioned by his coach to take it easy, not to give early wickets.
Again, it might just be that the Ghanaian bowler is doing a fantastic job at the center of the field, because they look like they are choking the batters.
No doubt. For me also, it's the game of cricket. It's not a sided coin. While you are mapping out your strategy and you're carrying it out, the other team is also not sleeping. They will definitely come also with their own plan.
Another wide from this over from Aquil. Another wide. His first ball was a wide. Yeah. 2 singles in between, and then another wide. His first over, he gave us a wide.
If Aquil is struggling so much to bowl from the pavilion end, he can definitely retire from this end and come from the court of appeal end. Just to give him that balance of not fighting to get his line and net right. Especially
and that was a chance of run out, and no.
Especially when your other bowler is bowling well. Trust me, you don't want to be that expensive from your own from your own end. So it is better that you also complement each other as bowlers. Bowlers these days, they bowl in pairs too. They don't just bowl. When one bowler is getting the wicket, it might be expensive. The other bowler from the other end will try as much as possible to make sure that he doesn't get much runs off him to complement his other teammate, and that's something that is very that's something they do in world cricket and everywhere cricket is being played, especially with a team that has experience, for the game.
Rosenway Suleiman facing Aquel bowling from the pavilion end. 5 runs off 4 balls. This is the highest Nigerian has scored. And that is the first boundary of this game by Rosenway Suleiman, just like you said.
You see how for me, see how he plays that one with the face of the bat, just angling it a bit in between point and covers, and that flies away, not giving the deep extra covers a chance to take that catch. Very well played, well skilled played, good equal weight transfer, head lean into the shot, body weight transfer into the shot. That has kept the ball on a very flat, pace, going over going one bounce to the pavilion. That's nice. That's what I want to see. Playing with caution, but not restricting your run scoring. These days for me, the truth is this: when you see batters playing, you will hear, let them hit the ball. Let them hit the ball. They are not striking the ball. I tell you, these days, modern days cricket is, in as much that you want to hit the ball hard, it also means that don't play dot balls. When an information is being passed to you to hit out, does not mean you should actually go for the boundaries all the time. It means you don't keep any ball dot.
At the end of the 4th over, we have 19 runs on board. I don't think this over is very pleasant to Aquil. A little body gesture for him shows that he's not happy with this over. He had 2 wide, 1 4, and 3 and 4 dot balls in this over. That's 10 runs, I think, in this over. Quite expensive for judging by his first over. This over is quite expensive, and I don't think he's really happy about it.
I think he has been struggling so far from the pavilion end. I would actually, if I find myself in his shoes, I would definitely change an end. But again, Ashake, the man called Ashake, bowling, that is Godfrey, bowling from the Court of Appeal end, is making a good use of from that end so much. So again, you don't want to take him out. So what you do when you find yourself in a situation like as a captain, you will definitely want to bring in a new bowler in. And right now, from the second slip area, I can see Obedavi warming up. I don't know if he will be called, but I can see him doing some warm up from that angle.
"19 runs on board for a T20 game in the 4th over. I think it is time for the Nigerian batters to put more runs on the board, make use of the power play, because I don't think we've seen enough efficient use of the power play so far in this game. And that was played in the air, but there was no fielder to catch.
There's no doubt, even from the look of play from Rossaway and Ajeko, we know that an instruction was given to them. These two young men are very explosive when it comes to batting, and all of a sudden we are seeing them taking their calm, approaching the overs very calmly. So I know there's something definitely that has been passed to them, but maybe time will tell.
A wide from Godfrey, bowling from the Court of Appeal end. Or it could just be that they are trying to build a good partnership between Ajekun and Rosenway. Maybe they are just trying to build in, settle in, and then start striking.
Well, I will leave your opinion open to you, but if you ask me again, I would definitely want to tell you that the approach to this particular innings is quite different from their previous games. they're so much in a hurry. They get the run, but then wicket drops. But
Maybe
again,
that's what they are trying to re-strategize. Try to keep your wicket, because like you said, other games we've seen the Nigerian batters go for the ball, attack the balls, but wickets keep dropping, wicket over by over. So maybe they just looked at it, try to re-strategize and say, you know what, come take your time, build in through the innings, and let us see how many wickets we can try to conceal.
you're right. You're right, Fumi. I actually have said that earlier on, and it's good to see
But
to
at the
see the
same time,
display of what has
the
been said.
Ghanaian bowlers are bowling excellently well.
Godfrey, the bowler from the Court of Appeal end, has beginning to see that Daniel Ajoko is going aggressive, and this time around you will find out he has moved its field and put a long on and a long off instead of a long on and a deep extra covers. Now he has put it to long on and long off, and this is the end of that particular over. The partnership between Ajeko and Sulaimon is 23 balls for 23 runs off 30 balls. Well, the strike rate is not bad, but we expected more from them that we've not seen.
Especially when we've seen the Nigerian batters do more. We've seen them perform better in their first 6 over, in their first power play. We've seen them giving us 30 runs in 3 overs. They've done it before.
Left for me, there's no doubt, like you said, they've done it before. You look forward to see them do that, especially this partnership, this same partnership up front. But it's just that sometimes when it's like that, for the past previous game, there's always a fall of wicket of 1 or 2. So the approach has changed. So that's why I'm not too worried. I'm sure the information has been passed to them. But also, we are not letting out the accolade on the Ghanaian side. They have actually fitted well so much so far. And a strong appeal from Obed Avi. I told you, for me, like, I follow this game so much. I told you I saw Obed warming up at the third slip area.
You are absolutely correct.
Because Quay was actually struggling to get his line and length. I said, you can't take away Godfrey, because Godfrey is doing excellently well from the Court of Appeal end. That the best that they can do is to take away Quay and bring in a bowler. And you can see now, at the end of the 5th over, Obed Avid has been introduced into the attack. A spin bowler that we all normally know that they slow down the game and also give the batsman a chance to hit the ball as hard as they can, and if they can't, they have their chances to take and get wickets.
Ladies and gentlemen, bowling from the pavilion end, first change is Obed Avid. And that's a quick run in between the wickets.
Well, there has been no wide so far. It's 3 ball bowled by Avi. It shows it's a very, very good alternative for Quay. And also, if you find out, the deep extra covers fielder has been moved squarely. Okay.
And that was almost a wicket.
It's a drop
Slips through his hand, and that was a drop catch, giving Rosenway a second life.
It's a drop catch. Another life for Sulaiman.
One positive thing I've seen about the Nigerian batters is that they realize that the boundaries are not coming, and then they are running in between the wickets with their feet, taking it 1 run at a time. They are trying to get the boundary, but it's not coming, pushing into space in between the wickets. They've been doing that excellently well, running in between the wickets. That's experience.
If you look at the field very, very well, you'll find out that the field setting for Ajeko and Sulaiman are similar.
And that's in the air, but unfortunately, there was nobody there. Again, another life for Rosenway.
You'll find out that the field setting the Ghanaians have put up for Ajeko and Sulaiman are almost similar. They knew that these young men love going over the top of the bowler, and they know they like playing squarely. So they've actually blocked them. They've actually blocked them and made sure they cut them off. Sulaiman has faced 14 balls. Has faced 19 balls and scored 14 runs, while Ajeko has faced 17 balls and scored 10 runs so far. So that is the start of both of them, building an innings and giving it a different approach. let's go back to the Ghanaian side. Like I said, they have done so well. They've adjust the field in for the feeder from the deep extra cover end to a proper deep mid wicket for Ajeku Daniel and Rosawe Sulaiman, and there have been 2 drop catches in the overs of Obed Ave. That shows you that option from the captain is a very good one that is working.
You know, Rosenway got out the same way in his last 2 games. So I think he's planning a different approach towards his inning. He's trying to do something different today. Take it, but you can see with the way they are doing it, they are building good partnership. And it's the first ball for Daniel is a wide. The Ghanaians are giving us a good ball, but they've been giving us a lot of wides. I think almost 5 wides, if not more than that, in the first 6 overs.
I'll take you back again. Kuset Akwil was the bowler who gave us 3 wide from his end. He struggled a lot in that over, and the captain quickly did a good substitution by bringing in Obed Avid, who came in and bowled his first over and was dropped twice in a very good area.
And Rosenway strikes, and that is another 4 from. This is the Rosenway that we know. You can tell that he's settling into the game now, and he's gradually. Maybe this is his approach. Maybe this is his technique for this innings. Never can tell.
For me, from the way you commentate, I can feel the passion behind your voice for the Nigerian cricket.
I said it before. Okay. Rosenway is. I'm a fan. I am a fan. I said it before.
It's okay. I think the Ghanaians have good alternative. Godfrey has been dropped from the court of appeal, and Daniel has been introduced into the innings,
and that is a run out opportunity. And
the attack. And Daniel is a fantastic bowler. I love the way the young man uses his height, how he runs in smooth and economical, and how his delivery actions is very nice. It shows that it's well thought. Trust me, he has been tidy for the past 5 games. For the past 4 games, I've seen him play, and it's a very good option for Godfrey. Maybe also they decided to bring Daniel in because Godfrey had bowled 3, so they want to reserve one of his over for maybe at the end of towards the end of the innings, which is a good option.
And that's a safe way to play. That is a safe way. Option. For Daniel, he has given us 1 wide, 1 4, and 1 leg by. I don't think that is what he wanted to do, because he's beginning to have a very expensive over.
Well, for me, the truth is it's the game of cricket, and you don't expect the batters not to score runs. You can bowl your best ball as a bowler and you still be played. It does not mean that you didn't bowl well. Do you get? Yeah. The overall truth about it is try to curtail the batters to make sure that they don't score much runs. Secondly, when you find out that a particular batter is actually scoring runs, what you do as a team is to keep him off strike as long as possible as you can. This will create pressure. This will create pressure for both partners batting, and there will be a chance of run out most of the time. And
that was a quick run in between the wickets. You know, one thing I must applaud the Nigerian batters for, the positives I'm seeing is that no wicket has been dropped in the 6th over. And this is the first time in the 6th over no wicket has dropped for Team Nigeria.
Well, the run rate is not too bad. There are 5 games they played. The 5 games they've played so far, we'll find out that by this time of the game,
appeal, but it's not given.
By this time of the game, they would have lost 3 wickets.
Yes.
And they must have put in like 55 runs by this time, or 60 runs. So now the runs is down, but there's no loss of wickets. So it tells me that, for me, you're looking for T20. You're looking forward to score much runs than keeping wickets.
But they still have overs. So let's see what they can do in the next 5 overs. A lot can change.
They have 13 overs to
yes.
come. Okay, so 13 over at 10 over, which is the middle point of the innings. At 10 overs, on a normal, I'll be looking at 80 to 90. If you actually go at the bowling very well, 80 to 90. So 35 for me against the Ghanaian side. For the Nigerian side, who is stopping the league, I think it has been a bit quiet, and I think that it means that also the Ghanaian side has actually done well with the bowling so far. Because let's not forget, they too go back to the drawing board. They to go back to the drawing board and work out work out the strategies that will always work for them. Especially when you are playing a side that seems to be tougher than you, all you need to do is plan a way for some of their batters that you know that are strong. Try to get them out.
Obed David performing excellently well from the pavilion end.
Lovely weather at the TBS Tafawa Balewa Square cricket over Lagos, Nigeria.
Another dot ball for Obed David, doing the magic in the center. Good line and length, and he has been consistent with that.
It's good to see that the power play over is up now and the field is being separated.
Same line and length from Obed David, threatening the batter, making Rosenwe sit at the edge of his seat.
You're right.
Obed David is an experienced player, and you expect nothing less from a player like Obed.
You see, that is what we talk about when the bowling and the fielding complement each other. There will always be that pressure for the batters to want to take risk runs in between, and then the wickets will drop. Obed has bowled suddenly 4 good balls, and the batters are struggling to play him. He has beat the bat of Daniel Ajeku and Rosowe Sulaiman 3 times out of the 4 good delivery from him. They've gotten 1 runs from him from that 4 delivery before he bowled the last 2. So it shows that it's a good alternative, and it shows that the Ghana cricketers have actually gone back to the drawing board and make sure they put up things that will work for them. All right, so far the statistics of the Ghanaian bowling side. Godfrey Bakaweme, 3 overs, 10 dot balls, 10 runs. He's the man of the hour. Skrill, 2 overs, 5 dot balls, 13 runs. Obed Harvey, 2 overs, 4 dot balls, 9 runs off him. While Daniel, who is coming from the Court of Appeal end, has bowled his first over. This is going to be his second over.
Positive from Team Nigeria, no wickets down, 8 runs, 39 runs on board. Daniel bowling from Court of Appeal end, and that's in the air. They took 1 run.
There have been a bit of so many drop catches and
many
improper timing of
They've
the ball.
really given Rosenwe multiple lives. You can call him the cat that has 9 lives. But for a batsman that has been in the crease for 9 overs, I don't expect you to play a half shot. You should finish it. You are here for 8 overs. You have nothing to lose. Open up and finish your shots. That was half.
For me, you can say that, but also let's not leave behind that when you are the center facing, it's a quite different ball game for what you're saying when you are suddenly at the pavilion with a nice atmosphere, enjoying yourself, just commentating. I tell you, what seems to be wide sometimes from here, if you get to that center, it's very difficult to play. Trust me. So sometimes when you see batters playing half-hearted shot, it's not as if they didn't want to play those shots. It's just that in between, that indecision in between, that is just like a split seconds that does get you, and before you know, the ball does not wait for you, it comes and you just have to play. So that can come all the way, especially when you are not scoring up to your expectation. You are kind of bothered. Then something comes into your mind and you just want to throw your ball at the ball, not minding the length and the line. So it happens a lot to batters, and I've been there so many times as also a batter.
4 runs in 4 balls for Daniel. I think this is a better over for Daniel, unlike his first over. The first over was a little bit shaky, 1 wide there, and I think there was a boundary in his over. So this is a better over for Daniel.
I tell you something about Daniel. I told you about the man consistency in delivering good balls. I told you he's very athletic. He's well aware of what he's doing with the ball. Very well built, good, lovely height. You know, lovely athleticism. I love the way he delivers and how he plays.
And that is a misfield from the fielder. 1 run for Rusenwe. Projected score is 99 runs with a current run rate of 4.9. Let's say 5 runs. On the field, we have umpire Musa Ehizoje and umpire Olumide Akintokun. Excellent strike from Ajekun into space, and they take 2 runs for that ball.
We are told that the first run was a run very fast. That gives you a room to see if you will take the second one. And also, fielding is very essential and also part of this game. Players sleeping, not paying a lot to balls as they come is very, very, very painful. I mean, as a bowler, when you bowl your best ball and it's being pushed to a feeder and you find that feeder walking down sloppily to the ball and they attempt another one, it could be very painful to you. It's end of nine overs. It's 46 for the loss of no wickets. Rosawe, Sulaimon, Ajego, Daniel are still in.
I tell you now that now is a safe time and the best time for Rosenwe and Ajekun to increase the run rates. Exactly.
Okay.
And that was another miscommunication, misfielding from both the Team Nigeria and Team Ghana.
For me, that could have been a run out, and it's really uncalled for. It takes 2 to run, and the cause remains yes, no, wait. I mean, that reverse shot played by Rusowe Sulaimon to the gully area, and Daniel Ajoko was halfway. I mean, it shows that the communication there was a bit of uncertainty. It's not clear. So I want to hear batters communicate to each other. I play the shot. Immediately I play the shot. If I'm good for a run, I will tell you yes. If you're good also, you tell me yes, then we are running.
Into the air again for Rusenwe. And there was no fielder there.
For me,
another life for Rusenwe today.
For me, that I will not agree with you. For me, that is not actually a life. Batsmen play with soft hands sometimes. When we see fielders, as I'm talking from the batting experience, from my own experience, when we see fielders at the boundary, especially at the long off and long on area.
Excellent fielding, and that was it. Almost a run out.
When you see fielders bat at long on, long off, sometimes I play short. I won't lift it up to them. So, but to some viewers, you might think I actually attempted to play the ball over the fence. No, I just want to use placing the ball just over the head. I want to take one off that one. So I think that shot was on the safe area, not too bad. But if you
could run in between the wickets,
if you had added a bit of more power, it would have gone to the hands of Godfrey.
Let me take you back to that miscommunication that happened between the batters in this over.
Okay.
For any batsman that played that kind of shot that Rusenwe played, it was definitely a run. So you might not blame them if there was a little miscommunication. The fielder was good.
For me,
that was a good fielding because that was a good strike from Rusenwe. Any day, anytime.
For me, I'm happy at the knowledge of your cricket. I'm happy that you actually played this game. And I'm sure you were told by your coach that the ball has to beat the field before you attempt a clean run. Okay? So So, so the ball has to beat the field for you to take a clean run. If you are running a run that is not, it's not agreed from both of you, it's a risky run. So that is where I'm coming from. Do you get? So if you want to be safe, if you if you want to take a risky run, if I call you yes and you reply by saying yes, then we can take it together. We are in it together. But when I run without telling you and it's a risky run, man, you can be out.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the 10th over, we have 51 on board. Loss of no wickets. 6 extras from the fielders. Ajakun Daniel is on 19, facing 28 balls. Rosenwell Sulaiman is on 26 runs, has faced 32 balls. Current run rate is 5 runs per over. With the loss of no wickets, 10 runs. I saw a little bit of communication from the 12th man to the batsman. So, we never can tell.
This wonderful.
There might be an information that has been passed across for the next 10 overs.
This wonderful partnership has put up 51 runs off 60 balls. You can't take that away from
Just
them.
when I talked about passing an information, you can tell that the approach now is different. It came out, from somewhere came out, shuffled, line and length with the ball and played it. It's time for the Nigerian batters to attack. No more. At this point, I don't expect them to be in their shell anymore. You faced Daniel, you faced most of the bowlers. There's nothing to lose at this point. We have middle order. We still have batsmen like Isaac Okpe, Sylvester Okpe, Ademola Onikoyi, still at the pavilion waiting. There's a backup.
For me, I understand where you're coming from. Where this, the passion behind your words, I can read it, and sometimes I had to look at you to feel that you're not the coach of the side. You talk so much with so much power, and like you talk as if they must take this instruction or it has been given by you, so they must carry it out. It's all good. It's all part of the game. I love your passion for your country, but notwithstanding, it's not a game that you just want to predict and it will be like that sometimes. The Ghanaian side are bowling excellently well. They've worked it up to this moment.
Yes, I've been commending them. Yeah, they've been giving us a very good over back to back.
They have kept the Nigerian sides very quiet so far. And when you see a total like this and overs like this, you will see that the other part of the game is when the batters will try to pile up runs, is it not? So when you try to pile up runs and you play wrong shots, wickets will drop. Likely wickets will drop. You might get some, but if you have if in trying to score runs now, by all means, because you know you have wicket at hand, you lost 5 wickets in the next 3 overs for just 20 runs. You will still be under pressure. So that's why when modern days cricket is being taught now, we say batters should go for the ball from ball 1.
That was another drop catch.
It was on the ground.
Was it on the ground?
Yeah, it was on the
ground. Oh, my bad.
So pressure is not something that everybody can handle per time.
But you can give it up to these Ghanaian fielders. They have been putting their body, their mind, their soul on this field. Fielding excellently well.
I agree with you, for me.
A little drop catches here and there do, but their fielding has been good.
See,
but what is a good fielding without catching the balls?
For me, if you look at what the fielding side is doing so far, you will find out that they've blocked the boundaries. They are making sure that the Nigerians score the runs off their foot. And so long that there's no boundary, the total you can get is the ones that you run off your feet. And you know that when you do that, you gaps out and you really want to relax and look for boundary to get yourself back into the groove. It's not easy. It's not easy. The strategy Nigeria has adopted in this innings, no doubt, I've seen it work so far. But this is the other half of the game where I want to see the aggressive side of the batters of Nigeria. I want to see that. So sometimes when it comes like this and the runs are not coming up, This is when coaches, captain come together and put up some talk and say, okay, can we retire X batter so that this one can come in? Can we, just to add the dynamics to the game. There's no point.
Good shot from Rosenway.
There's no point keeping your wickets when you are when you want to score big totals sometimes, because if you keep your wicket, you might play too carefully.
And Rosenway ended the overs with a 2-run, taking the score to 60, loss of no wicket in 11 overs.
So for me, will you tell me that 60 runs for the loss of no wicket in 11 overs is okay if you happen to be the coach of the batters?
I would say is a bit low.
Okay. What would you have preferred?
I would have preferred the batsman, like I said.
Like how many runs
Strike.
in total would you have loved if you at this particular situation of the game at 11 overs? Like how many runs would you have loved to see?
Nothing less than 80.
Okay.
Safe.
8. Okay.
That's 8 runs per over.
Okay.
88 is 8 runs per over.
Yeah.
So nothing less than 80 runs is safe.
It's good.
Then
So-
we gradually build to
Okay.
120, because the way we are looking at this game, if they keep going with this strike rate, they might not get to 120. This is current rate, it's 5.4 runs per over, and projected score is 109.
So according to your calculations, it means right now there are 20 runs short.
Shots, yes.
To your
To
own
my
target.
yes.
Okay, so they could be 50 runs short to their own target. It doesn't matter, but that's what they are facing in real time right now. This pressure and what we are seeing, it will require a tactical change, or a tactical change also in approach, not just change from the team. Do you get? So that is what we hope to see maybe in the next 2 overs. If not, the Nigerian side will run into a lot of pressure with wicket at hand. Then the wickets will drop more. Let's not forget the Ghanaians' field setting has been awesome all day. It has been really awesome. They have actually been bowling to that field. There must have been 1 or 2 drop catches. Never mind. If they take the next 5 catches that come their way, like that will be more under pressure.
And that's a very good shot from Rosenway. His signature shot.
That's a reverse shot for a bounce for down the third man area. Very lovely played by Sulaiman Rosenway, who has actually restricted himself to take that shot off his book for the past 10 overs. It's good to see him play very disciplined, not just the runs that he has not made that we expect from him, but the disciplined nature for not playing those reverse shots very early hours of the game.
Again, into the air, would that be a catch? And no.
Safe.
Tamina, I must remind you again that these 2 teams on the field are our top leading team in the tournament.
You're right.
And for Nigeria to be able to comfortably defend a run, I think we should be looking at, against Ghana, we should be looking at a score of 130, 140 against Ghana.
Well, Ghana has not actually put up a big total in this tournament so far. If you follow their game, to me, with the performances I've seen from them so far, they even look more like a bowling side than a batting side. I saw them struggle over the Rwandan side. I saw them struggle over even the Sierra Leone side with low totals. It's just that they have players who have a bit of good quality match sense, game awareness. So that has been working for them. Then, of course, the luck of nature that comes their way sometimes. So that they've taken so much. But when it comes to batting, even when they seem to have 3 good batters, but they've not really come to party. So this tournament so far, I will not rate based on past glory. I will rate based on the matches they've played so far. There's not been big totals like that.
But this Obed over 12 runs in his over, taking the run rate to 72 runs in 12 overs.
When you were commentating before the end of Obed's over, I could vividly remember when you said, "Oh, another chance has been dropped." That ball, that was the 3rd delivery of Obed. If they have taken that catch, there would have been a wicket recorded to him, and there's a possibility that the other batsman coming in will try to face one or two balls to get into the groove. That would have slowed down the run rate. So that's why I tell you that fielders and bowlers must work hand in hand to complement each other. If not, the bowlers might be looking expensive, not knowing that it's the fielder that is giving those chances.
Currently, Rosenway is on 40 runs, has faced 40 balls, a strike rate of 100%. Ajekun Daniel is on 24 runs off 32 balls. These two partnership has given us 64 runs.
Yes, 64 runs off 64 balls. Gradually building, but has not gotten to where we expected. The overs also are going. They have 8 more overs to come, and if they must put up another 70 runs on board in the last overs with wicket at hand, then I would tell you that their performance did not work as expected.
The first ball for Kofi bowling from the cup of Abil end is a 2-run.
The first thing you hear when batters have been advised to hit out, the first thing you see that they try to always want to go over the rope. I don't know why that temperament is there, but I tell you, in as much as I want to go over the rope, I want to play those balls I want to rotate strike. I want to face every ball and score runs off every ball. That's what matters. So if I face 4 balls and I played 4 runs off that, then the last 2 balls came as a short ball and I get 8 runs off that last 2 balls. If you add it to that 4, then you will be getting nothing less than 13, 14 runs off that over. So, but if it does not come, I don't want to see dot balls. I want to see 1 run or 2 or 3. That's what strike, hitting the ball, hit out. That's what it means to me.
And that's a very good stroke from Ajekun Daniel. First 6 of the innings, Ajekun Daniel.
That was a very classic shot. I've seen him play a couple of few.
No movement.
I've seen Ajekun Daniel played a couple of few of those shots in his innings in the past 4 matches. I tell you, they were so clean that anywhere in the world it will still go for 6. He played that one in a long off area and it sailed so nicely. The technique behind that shot was awesome. Lovely weight transfer into the shot. That's class for me, and that's what I want to see when I want the batsman to hit out. That's how clean I want him to hit out, not giving chances, because I really still want him to stay in to score runs.
9 runs in 3 balls in this over.
A good flick down the square leg area for 1 run by Daniel Ajekun. Good shot. It tells you that the man is not all about the boundary alone. He can play around his wicket.
If you are just joining us, you are watching the West African Trophy tournament.
We are live at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Over, Lagos, Nigeria. They've brought in Kofi Bagana from the Court of Appeal end, and he has conceded 10 runs so far off his 5 balls, 1 ball to come in this over.
And that's a big one. Another 6.
Very good shot by
in this over
by Rosawe Suleiman, the lead run scoring batter of the series. He has taken that one down to the long on area, a very big 6 over the boundary rope. Any day, anytime, in any cricket stadium, that will be 6. Very good shot. He went under the ball as clean as we were expecting him to do, and he has hit that ball so nicely and timely. There's no risk behind that shot. That's a lovely one.
Lovely one from Rosenway, and the partnership is building. Rosenway is 1 run away from scoring a century again.
You can see them. They put up 88 runs for 78 balls faced so far. For me, they built this partnership gradually. Initially, we felt like they were too slow in the runs, but as you can see, last 8 overs, they have started something different. The strike rate has increased. The partnership is working much well. They are not just taking risks. They are playing so clean. Are playing the ball so clean and sweet when they are approaching the game, which is very nice. We'll take you to the Ghanaian bowling stats. Godfrey 3, the man who is on all right now, Kofi Bangana just end up his over. His over was very expensive. One over, he considered 16 runs and bowled one dot ball. I think the captain will start thinking of other bowling alternatives.
Would like to thank our sponsor, Dafabet, SPORTSBOX, Sparkle, Lagos State Government, Nigerian Cricket Federation for this wonderful support.
Yes, we would like to thank our sponsors. We can't take the game away from the sponsors who has made it possible for us to be here and also broadcast this game to you live wherever you are in the world. Thank you to Dafabet so much. This is the maiden edition of this particular trophy. We expect more to come in the future. Thank you so much.
You know, I just looked at the pavilion and I see the Nigerian team all standing.
For me, it usually comes like that in a game like this, when the total has actually equaled what you expected and there's much wicket at hand. Trust me, you will see 5 to 6 batter padding up and they will actually be clamoring and be waiting for their time to take turn, because at this point they've said, give me the opportunity. Thank you for setting us to a better, comfortable total. The overs of Michael Agboye and Kofi Bangana has been so expensive. For a captain to bring in those two alternatives from both ends,
this takes runs away.
You will expect much from them. Well, like you said, they have taken runs away to its half century in this game. Wonderful performance. The young man has scored 50 off 45 balls. He has faced 45 balls and scored 50 runs. He has played three fours and 1 6. His strike rate is currently 111.1 in his innings so far. That is good cricket.
Excellent from Rosenway. Excellent.
I think I love the consistency of Rosenway Sulaiman in games, except the last 2 matches where it was wrapped up.
Another boundary.
One bounce there, reverse shot in between goalie and point for one bounce, for good display of skill from Rosenway Sulaiman. He has cruised to 54 runs off 46 balls.
You know, we've seen a lot of reverse shots from Rosenway this innings.
Safe area. He has played a sweep shot down to the square leg area for 2 runs. The young man is telling you that you can't hold him. You can't hold him. When it comes to a situation like this, when batters are playing around their wicket, trust me, as a fielding side or as a fielding captain, you just keep praying that he makes one mistake and you take him. And when he goes up, when he plays the ball in the air, trust me, you don't want to drop him.
Good running in between the wickets.
At the end of the 14th over, it's 99 runs in total for the team Nigeria, for the loss of no wicket. This has been the best partnership I've seen so far, with a less risk. Less risk from the Nigerian side. Okay, currently they are going at 7 runs per over. The partnership has built for 99 runs off 84 balls. For me, what do you want to say? Tell me.
This partnership is the longest partnership so far in this tournament.
Thank you. I think you have heard from her. She has told you this is the longest partnership in the tournament so far, and I'm sure Fumi will be very happy that it's coming from the Nigerian side. But not to take it away from her, it is good to see such partnerships in game, especially a side that is preparing for the ICC tournament in Namibia.
We have 6 overs left. How many scores do you think they can give us this over?
If they approach it accordingly, the 6 overs can give them 70 runs. If they approach it accordingly, because we still have good batters outside there that has not come in, and they have. Okay, so we still have good batters there that have come in. It's end of over. If they go at this rate, they will end up at 141, which I feel they should surpass. They brought in Quayle, said from the Court of Appeal end. I told you the young man was struggling from the pavilion end when he actually came in earlier. He has been brought back from the Court of Appeal end, and let's hope that he does better than before, because the bowler that left that track from him, Kofi Bangana, was too expensive in his over. So lovely change by the Ghanaian captain. This is what we talk about captaincy. Captaincy is not that role where you just want to field, but a role where you really want to put your eyes in every place. Oh, a wicket has been bowled by Quayle Seet. The wicket of Daniel Ajegu just dropped. Very lovely partnership has come to an end. Ajegu Daniel walking down to the pavilion. You can see his teammates standing up, giving him an applaud for well played innings, good performance. And we see the batter coming in right now is Ademola Onikoyi. So to continue the partnership with Rosowe Sulaiman. Headlines, Anyeko Daniel, you have played your part. Thank you for contributing. The young man with a big heart. Very well played innings. You can see the Ghanaians having a timeout meeting to actually come back stronger, because they know that at this part of the game, the Nigerian side have wicket at hand. They will go at every ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed a century from Team Nigeria. 101 for 1 101 for 1 in 14.3 overs.
It's good to see them lose their first wicket at 14.3 overs. You know, very well played, Ajeko Daniel. It was wrapped there by LBW by Quayle Seet. Yes, he played 33 runs off 38 balls with a strike rate of 86.84, which is nice. And Rosowe is still in, so at this point, we still want to sit back and enjoy what the game will bring to us. As you can see, Kofi, that was taken away from the Court of Appeal and before Quayle came back to take that wicket, was very expensive. 16 runs off that over. And Michael Abuge also considered 10 runs in his first over. So I know definitely that Ghanaians will definitely look at bringing a change from both ends to balance the game. They are both 9 extras so far in this game. And I think for a Ghanaian side to do much better, the remaining part of the innings, they must not concede any extra. The most expensive over in this innings is the 13th over. 16 runs was played in that over, and the one before that is the 12th over, where 12 runs was made of it. The chart looks very interesting and reminds us that the game is still not over.
Ademola Onikoyi facing.
Three more balls from Quayle, bowling from the Court of Appeal end. Ademola Onikoyi facing his first ball in his innings.
The last game he played against Ghana, he batted very well.
The first ball, the quick one I told you about, Quayle. The young man has a very short, deceptive run up, but a quick slinging hand. He slung that one into Ademola Odikoye's toes, and a LBW was given by the umpire. Again, for me, what's on your mind?
Just when I was trying to talk about his last game of how he performed well, I think this is a commentator's course. He went out on his first ball.
Like I told you. Okay, Isaac Okpe, who spent about a month in Uganda playing their league there, is the man has a lot of experience and a very good eyes when it comes to batting. He has not done much with the bat in this tournament, but with the ball. Isaac is in right now to partnership with Rosawe Sulaimon. For me, I tell you about this game. There was no wicket. The runs was not too much. Then from the 12th over to the 14th over, the runs came up a bit. Then Daniel left at the 12th, at the 13.3 overs. Daniel Jogo was bowled. He left, and like we said, now they've lost 3 wickets in the space of 3 overs, and yet the runs have not piled up. Like 2 wickets, sorry, for the space of 3 overs, and the runs have not piled up as we expected. So sometimes when you keep wickets and when they come into bat and they don't perform, you feel bad, right? You just feel bad because your plan is to keep the wicket to score much runs.
But we must give it up for the bowler. Akwel is doing excellently well. Good play from Rosenwe Sulaimon. Good drive.
And that has brought us to the end of the 15th over. It's 103 and the loss of 2 wickets. Good comeback. It's good to see Quail come back, getting 2 wickets in this over, which is his 3rd over for conceding 3 runs. Wonderful. Daniel, end of overs, and we have 5 more overs to come, and this is where the game is looking more interesting for me, very more interesting, and we hope to see more runs in this innings before it comes to an end, and also we hope to see a tactical change by the Ghanaian captain managing his field so much. Rex, the big man, Rex Ford Bankum, has been introduced into the attack from the pavilion end, giving Michael Agbeoye a good time to relax himself and come back stronger later.
Good shot for 1 run. You can see that the Nigerian side are confident. And who would not be confident if you have 2 big names at the center of the field? 5 overs left. Lots of wickets at hand.
Well, lot of wickets at hand. I hope the wicket at hand will come to party because it's very important. A wicket again.
I think that's another.
A wicket again. Well taken by John Bangura. Well taken by the Ghanaian keeper, who is well experienced. He has taken that one without struggling. A quick edge cut to him straight into his gloves, and that was taken for Isaac Okpe, who just came in. Again, for me, 3 wickets in the space of three overs. What is happening? If you happen to be the coach of the Nigerian side, what will be on your mind right now? We have wicket at hand. All of a sudden, we are losing wickets. The runs are not piling up. What will be your plan? What will be your advice to the next batter coming in? Before you do that quickly, I would just like to run you through the stats so far.
We'll come back to that.
The 16th over was really, really very well bowled. Just 1 run considered in that over, and a wicket went with that over too. Good one. Thank you to the media crew. Abayomi, thank you so much for giving us the stats and updates. So Fubi, you are saying something.
From the action of the 2 or 3 batsmen, okay, the 2 batsmen that just came out, you can see that they just want to hit. It might be the instruction given to them, we never can tell. But they just wanted to hit without looking properly. So I think the batsman coming in should learn from the mistake of the previous batsmen and try to build in a little bit. See the bowler first.
For me, I'm happy to see Danladi Isaac, the replacement of Isaac Okpe, strike that ball so hard into the point area for 4 runs. That shot, in our local content in Nigeria, we say stand and deliver. The ball was given. It was given a lot of space by Rexford Banku. He shouldn't have given him that width and that line for him to operate.
Looking at a projected score of 139 runs. The current run rate is 6.9. They are gradually building in. But then we need another partnership. Another 4 runs.
Good shot right now. Good 4 runs from Rosawe Sulaiman, right?
Yes.
He's played that one down to the backward of point area for 4 runs. Very good shot. He actually stood on that particular one. His techniques were right. There was no risk involved. Very well played from Sulaiman Rosawe. That's the last ball of the over from Rexford Bankum, and 1 run was made off that ball. Pretty expensive overs. It was played 11 runs, but not as bad as the 13th over of the game by Kofi.
I'm sure the 13th over will be a nightmare to the Ghanaian team.
I can tell you, the run rate is still not really bad. They've
143.
Yes. They are still doing not really bad. Also, just a bit of 1 or 2 loose balls there, which I felt those delivery wouldn't have been bowled, because at this point, when you are bowling at the depth of the innings, you don't want to give space to the batsman. You want to contain them. You want to bowl as close to their toes as possible. And if you are going to be bowling away from them in the 4th and 5th stump area, definitely want to be bowling Yorkers at that length, and that's how you bowl in T20s.
Good strike from Rosenway. Again, you must give it up for Rosenway. He has been at the center from the first ball up until now. 67 runs and has faced 54 balls. That's a very good day for any batter on a T20 game.
I agree with you, Fumilayo. I really agree with you on that. To see a batter who has occupied the crease so long and is still playing calmly, I think it's something to talk about and to compliment. That one was safe, very well played by Danladi Isaac. Just in between the mid-on area, just over the head of the middle fielder there, and for 1 run. Very good play.
I must comment Akwel. It was his over we saw 2 wickets.
Yes.
He has been bowling fantastic.
I told you he was struggling when he was bowling from the pavilion end. That if I'm the captain, I think I will give an advice, or I want him to come from the Court of Appeal end, and simply it was taken away from the attack, and after 4 overs, he was brought back from the Court of Appeal end, and he got 2 wickets in that over, considered 3 runs. He has come back to bowl his 4th over, which will happen to be his last over for the game, and he's bowling so well. Quayle has bowled 3.2 overs so far with 7.90 runs and 2 wickets. An economic rate of 5.70. Not doing bad. Not really doing bad. Rex Bankum who is bowling from the pavilion end, considered 11 runs in the last over. So the captain must also start thinking. But I think I was hoping I would see. I was hoping I was going to see a spinner coming in with Obed at some point, and I find out that I've not seen that. So I don't know what must have been in the mind of the captain, but I know he's thinking. I know he's thinking. I know it's not easy as a captain coordinating the team from first, but sometimes you run out of ideas, and that's why we have senior players in the team who will always run up to you at the end of overs to give you one or two advices. I've not seen James so far in this game. And no wonder I've been looking around for him, but I've not seen him in this game. I think he's been rested for other batter to come in, from other player of the team to take a turn. And the man that I see from the list of the Ghanaian side that is new is Aziz Sulaili.
And you can also tell that the approach of the Nigerian batters has changed this game. Usually we used to see them come full force at the first 6 overs and then gradually build for the rest of the over. But for this game, we've seen them gradually build from the first 6 over, and now they are giving us full force. So I think it's a flip of approach.
Well, he did nice one for me, but I think their temperament for the first 6 overs was a temperament, I would say, that is used for a 50 overs one day game. It was they were just too calm. They were not in a hurry to score runs. But when it got to 10 overs, and after 10 overs, I saw that they changed their approach, and it shows that they know what to do and they are doing it.
Ronsewe still striking on 69 runs, 56 balls.
His highest in the tournament so far was 75 runs. Let's see if he's going to beat his personal highest score in this tournament.
Good shots into space, and they take 2 runs. Good run in between the wickets from the batters.
Good communication, good running from Isaac Danladi and Sulaiman Musawe. Making every ball count. Making every ball count is very, very important. And so far they have been doing that.
Projected score is 141 runs, and the current strike rate is 7.07. And that is a big one. That is a big one. No movement shots. 6 runs.
Very, very good shot for me. You can call that a master blaster. Very, very well played over the long on area for a 6. Nobody other than Usawe Sulaiman. He has actually proved me right by telling me that I will go over my highest score. He has made 76 runs now off 58 balls. He has played 5 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 131.03. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good playing, young man. We still have the light of session. Adedeji, Taiwo Mohammed, Okpe Sylvester, the captain, Karim Ridwan, Peter Aho, and Udokwe Chemele to bat. This is firepower. I don't think it will get to them. The rates line one is in a hurry to finish the innings.
Telling you, did 17th over. 3 more overs to go. 125 on board.
Very, very, very well come back by Rexford Banku. It's end of 17 overs, 125 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. The current run rate is 7 runs per over. Nigeria is cruising like never.
Rexford is coming from the pavilion end, facing is Danladi.
Let's play that one into the air, into the safe hand of Obed Avid. well set up, good feeding, and that's what I talk about when feeders complement their bowling. Ghanaians are not done bad with the ball so far. They have been able to keep the Nigerian side very quiet. 125 is not the benchmark we hope to see from the Nigerian side so far, but that's what we've seen. And Danladi walking to the eye.
Again, the bowlers from the Ghanaian team are doing well, excellently well. Line and length, ball in, ball out. And then the fielders have been active, well coordinated, and very, very precise. Good cricket here that we are seeing today. Good cricket from the Nigerian team and from the Ghanaian team, I must say.
The Nigerian side has actually launched in a quiet, destructive batsman who happened to be the opening bowler, Ndokwe Chiremele, to come and attack. They don't want to hold back. They've given him the license to hit. But let's see if Rexford Banco will allow him go off its remaining 3 balls to come.
Good comeback from Rexford, I must chip in. Good comeback.
That was a risky run there by Ndokwe. I would have put Sunaimon into danger. But 1 run was scored, 2 more balls to come.
This is the first run in his over.
Theodore, the captain of the Ghanaian side, the man that took the catch when Isaac Ope edged to him.
This is what I'm talking about.
Wonderful keeper.
About the fielders, they are doing excellently well. That was a very good stop.
You are right. It's always good to see fielders putting their 100% when it comes to that turn. A lovely square slash there by Ndokwe. He's coming for 2. Very well played. An end of over. 18 overs gone, 2 more overs to come. 129 runs up at the loss of 4 wickets. For me, will you say the Nigerian side are doing better?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They are doing better.
If you say so, let's quickly look at the stats. Ndokwe not out, faced 3 balls, scored 3 runs. There have been 2 catches in this innings so far. The wicket of Okwe Isaac. Coming from the pavilion, from the court of appeal end, return bowler Godfrey, the man that is very athletic. Also know what to do when it's with the ball. He opened the bowling from the Ghanaian side. He had a very wonderful figure. He curtailed the batters, the opening batters of the Nigerian side, which is Sulaiman and Ajeko Daniel, so well. He got 12 dot balls off them in his 3 overs. He has come to bowl his last over and see if he's going to get the wicket. He's been brought back to do the damage anyway.
Lovely shot from Rosenwe over the head of the bowler. Lovely shot.
1 ball, 1 run. I want to see how Ndokwe and Slimon are going to face Godfrey in his over, because Godfrey has to be is a bowler that has a very good line and length. He does not bowl loosely. He will always want to give you a run for your money. See, that was well delayed. Good bowling sense at the fist stump area. He knows that Ndokwe is trying to create chance for himself to swing at the ball. He's come in so fast. read him and delay that ball, put it on the fifth stump area for a dot ball. Good experience again, like I tell you, and this is what you see from opening bowlers of any country. Every ball they bowl, well calculated, well intense, and well accurate. He has bowled that same line there. Keep the great Chimele guessing. 3 balls bowled. I wonder what is going in the mind of the batter. I think he has to find a way. He needs to adopt a new style of play to play Gottfried. Staying in one side, swinging the bat will not work. The ball is away from him. He needs to walk. He needs to walk into his off stump line and take his leg to hit that ball, which he has done. I told you he needs to walk. I told you that is a big one for me. You can't take this analysis off me. I told you, I know what he's going to do. It's two dot balls, and I told him that if he must hit the ball, he needs to walk into this off stump line, because the bowler was bowling at the fifth stump line. He hit that ball so nicely, and it went to 6. Very good clean shot. Still looking to create more room to hit that ball. Gottfried bowled that one into him, a quick fast one into him, and no runs was gotten off that one. So far, good bowling, Gottfried. Very well bowled. Good bowling sense. I must give the credit to you so far.
A bit changing the weight there. I'm seeing showers of blessing.
And he has delayed that one again. Gottfried Bayawena, good bowler, and it has come to the end of his own bowling innings in this tournament, in this innings. 19 overs gone. It's 36 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. 1 over to be spared. Let's see where they are going to give the ball. It must be a very tactical bowler who will curtail the batters that they will give the ball to. Initially, I was looking at Obed Ave, but it's not coming from him. So, and the ball has been given to. Ball has been given back to return bowler Rexford Bankum. Big man that reminds me of Pollard of West Indies.
Rosenway Suleiman facing Rexford, coming from the pavilion end.
And they're going for 2. I think they should do. Oh no! Come on, run with him. It's good. Run out because of the wrong calls. I don't know why they are hesitating. It's the last over.
But that was a good
It's the last over. It's the last over. You have wicket at hand. This is the time to take the risk that you'll be looking for. This is the time, and it's also good to see sacrificing for Rosenway Suleiman to still be in there. Captain of the under-19 side of the Nigerian, who has actually built his way to the senior national team, is coming into bat. It's no other than Ridwan Karim. Walking down to the pavilion, feeling so disappointed at himself. He wouldn't have come for that run, but he did that for the captain to be safe. Good cricket sense. Are they coming for 2? Yes. The call has not been so clean. I don't know why the batters are running and relaxing. Out. Sulaiman finally has been run out. I think there was a miss. There was a missed call there and a late response from him to run, but he still took that, and it was run out miles away. I mean, when you are facing the last over, you should expect to score off heavy runs. You should expect it. This is the time you need to take those risks. You don't want to have wicket at hand and not using them if you have to. When you have the equal chance to use them, I mean, why would you want to run for 2 runs when you have the fielders not going at the ball? You've taken the first one very comfortably. The ball has not gotten to the fielder. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
I must also say that just when Sulaiman surpassed his previous highest score, his previous highest score was 79 runs and he faced 55 balls, and he just surpassed it 80 runs and it was a run out.
I would have wished he stayed throughout the innings. It would have been the first of its kind in this tournament also.
And that would have been beautiful because he has played excellently well
Exactly.
this innings.
Exactly.
It would have been a very good way to crown his efforts.
He has given Rexford Banku, on top of his bowling so far, has gotten 2 balls off 2 delivery, and his third delivery is no runs there. I thought he's still going for a hat trick. Let's see if Rexford Banku will get a hat trick in this over. The captain is in, Sylvester Okpe. His first ball is he ran 2 runs off that one, playing it in the in the mid wicket area. Rests back, pushed that one almost like a flick, but no proper weight transfer on it. But good shot for 2 runs.
I must say that Rexford is handling this last over very well. For a last over that we're expecting boundaries, is giving us wickets.
Exactly.
Good performance.
Good performance. Very well delayed. Very well delayed. Well bowled by Rexford. It's taking the pace off the ball, and that's a very good one. That's a very good idea. Making sure the batsmen don't have much power on the ball, curtailing them, taking them off the pace, bowling away from them. Good line, good length. Very well bowled, Rexford Banku.
And that's the last ball for the innings, and it's a 2-run. Good running in between the wicket to the batsman.
Very well played by the captain, Sylvester Okpe. He pushed that last ball for 2 runs also, making it 4 runs in that over. Rexford Banku got 2 wickets in that last over for him. Thank you. It has finally come to the end of the first innings of the game. Nigeria versus Ghana. The Ghanaian side put up 9 extras in 20 overs and kept Nigeria under 142 for the loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. The top scorer in the first innings, batting side, Sulaiman Rosowe, 80 runs off 62 balls. He played 5 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 129. Daniel Ajoko, the partner that works, that opened with Rosowe Sulaiman, scored 33 runs off 38 balls with a strike rate of 86.84. It's got 1-6 in that over. I'll just quickly take you to the match summary for the first innings. Solomon Rosowe, 80 runs, 62 balls. Daniel Ajoko, 33 runs off 38 balls. Udokwechimele, 9 runs off 8 balls. And on the bowling side, Akwel got 2 wickets, 28 runs for the loss. 2 wicket, 28 runs in 4 overs. Rexford Banku, 2 wickets, 21 runs in 3 overs. Godfrey got no wickets, 17 runs in 4 overs. Very, very good statistics for the Ghanaian side and also for the Nigerian side. Let's hope for a wonderful return of the second innings. Stay tuned as we enjoy. 20 overs. Ghana will need 143 runs to win in 20 overs. Umpires are walking in to take the center. And the umpires for the day is Musa Bodi Eizoje and Olumide Akitoko. Both of them are from Nigeria. They are taking up the second innings, and the Nigerian side also getting ready to take up the game. That's the monument that we always want to talk about. Very symbolic. It has a lot of historic background. And that they just show you there reminds us of how the British government hand over to Nigeria. So the captain Sylvester at the boundary, getting a bit of water. The pitch is set. It's a game between Nigeria and Ghana, second innings of this game. Let's relax and enjoy the game. Before the game starts up, that is Viva and Banku taking up the center stage. They will need to do the needful to set up the pace for Ghana to win this game. For me, you're welcome to the Combox.
Thank you very much, Tamuno.
It's been an exciting day with you so far. For me, I must tell you, I admire your cricket sense.
Thank you so much. In the first inning, we saw wonderful performance from the Nigerian batters and excellent fielding from the Ghanaian fielders and the bowlers. We saw Rosanwe Sulaiman hop his game, gave us 80 runs off 62 balls. Good performance. He was out at the last over, 19.2 overs. Played out all his over. It was excellent. Followed by Ajekun Daniel, marked 33 runs, faced 38 balls. They built a very good partnership in the first innings. Started a little bit slow, but gradually becoming more confident at the middle, and we saw excellence.
You're right for me. Udukwe Chinemelem will be opening or leading the attack for Nigeria today. He's coming from the Court of Appeal end.
Once again, our umpire standing in the middle is Mr. Olumide Akitoko and umpire Musa Ehizoje.
I'd like to say a very big thank you to Dafabet for their sponsorship of this Mid-innings edition. It's awesome, and it's good to say a competition like this is brought to us in our home ground, Lagos, Nigeria. So thank you to you once again. As Udokwe take his run up and bowl and deliver the first ball. Very well bowled, good delivery, and one run was taken off that one.
Good start from Udukwe, and also good start from James.
James, in fact, had his birthday yesterday. Like I told you, two members of the Ghanaian side did have their birthday yesterday. As yesterday happened to also be the rest day of all the teams for this tournament. So the captain of the Ghanaian side, Samson Awiawia, and Jane Viva celebrated their birthday yesterday. It was nice seeing them in that mood. I can tell you every team is well relaxed now, and they are ready for the next quarter of this game, which is good.
Tamino, for a team that just played 142 runs, loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs game, What if the Ghanaian batters could listen to you now? What do you think you can tell them?
Well, the first thing they need to do is make use of the power play over, which is the first 6 overs, pile up nothing less than 40-50 runs in the first 6 overs. They will have 14 overs to put up a 100, and that will take them to the comfortable victory like they want.
Thank you very much, Tamuna. Excellent feeling from Udikwe, I must say, is attacking bowling. Attacking bowling.
You can hear a lot of noise from the fielders. They are all excited, enjoying themselves. You know, there's something about big total. When you put up a comfortable total that you know you can defend, definitely you always want to go do the extra by enjoying yourself, you know.
No run there once again. Dot ball. So far we have just 1 run in this over from Udikwe. Rexford is facing and Udikwe is bowling from the corner of the lane.
It's the 142 runs is not difficult to chase on this ground. It takes 120 balls to if you bowl 120 balls, it's 20 overs. So imagine you need 24 runs after. You just need 24 runs to top to the 120 balls. Then you get to 144 to win. So what do you need to do? Take the singles very quickly. Don't even look for the boundaries. Win this game per over. Wait for the bad balls, play them. Maybe there'll be 1 or 2 extras from the bowlers. Then take it. Then take the positive risk. Then you win the game. Don't need to be too explosive in chasing the 142. Just make sure that you're rotating the strike, you're getting the ones, you're getting the twos. Then you might not start too good. You might not start getting it 100%, because when you're facing the first 6 overs, trust me, you're going to be facing the best of the bowling of any side. So you just make use of it. Get a comfortable figure around that 6 overs. They will open up the field for you. Then you can explore.
Very well said, Tamino. And you just witnessed the first over in the second innings of the game with 1 run. Peter Hall bowling now from the pavilion end, and his first ball is a dot ball. Peter Hall, the record breaker from Nigeria, bowler par excellence.
For me, you can say that again. Bowler par excellence. The man knows what to do. He's gathered experience from 2017, playing for the under-19 cricket team. He has actually paid his due, and now he's playing for the senior team. Peter Hall from Edo State, Nigeria, a very passionate young man. Started his cricket in Adolo College, Benin. Looking so strong. I tell you, this young man can bowl all day. He's got good arms. If you look at his upper body, good arms, well developed body structure. He's got a lot of pace in his hand. This is one of the bowlers in the Nigerian side that can verge that will give you 6 Yorkers if you want him to deliver. So he was one of the vital members of the Nigerian cricket team, of the under-19 cricket team in his days when he was playing for them, and he actually helped them to secure the World Cup ticket. Peter Hall by name.
Good bowling so far from Peter Hall, coming from the pavilion end. Quick run in between the wickets from the batters, taking as much singles as they can.
There's one thing I love about the Nigerian cricket team so far. I see a lot of players who have climbed the ranks all the way from the under-19 side. The captain Sylvester Okpe, former member of the under-19. Also, his teammate is Peter Hall. they both made the team at the same time. Then the likes of Ridwan Karim and Joshua Asha who is not playing in this particular match. Then we have Prosper Hosseini, the left-hander, who is also not playing in this match. Then we have we have the likes of 3 of them from the last under 19 who's playing in the senior team now, and Udokwe, 4 of them, Udokwe, Chiemele, playing in the senior national team. So for me, they are duals. They are duals. Although 3 of them have actually ended their under 19 journey. Just Prosper Hosseini remaining, who is still eligible to play the under 19 for Nigerian Cricket Federation. It's end of overs. It's 2 overs gone, 6 runs on board at a loss of no wicket. Peter Hawk considered 5 runs and it's over. The current run rate from the Ghanaian side has moved to 3 runs per over, and if they continue this way, they will end up at 137 in 20 overs. Rexford, Bankum, and James Fever still at the center for the Ghanaian team. A partnership of 6 runs in 12 balls.
I think what the Ghanaian batters need now is good partnership. First ball from Udekwe is a wide, good partnership, so that you don't put the other batters on tension. If you build through the overs, have just the way we saw the Nigerian batters do, build through the overs, have wickets on ground, so that when you need batters, they don't come in and play under pressure.
You're absolutely right for me. You're absolutely right. I think this will go for 4, the way it's cruising.
And that's a good dap.
Very well
from
well
James.
Played.
4 runs.
Very, very well played. The birthday celebrant, James Fufa, has clipped out one down the square leg area for 4 runs.
That's the first boundary in this inning.
So I think even the Ghanaian side, their approach towards this particular innings, this match is quite different from the ones I've seen in their previous matches. So it means that they've actually also seen that innings are built, not just played.
Same shot. Would that be a 4? And that was a save from Ajekun.
Good fielding performance by Daniel Ajekun. He has actually stopped that one in the deep mid-wicket area. He chased it from the square leg area to the deep mid-wicket area, which was safe. A good fielding.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, you are welcome to the West African Trophy Tournament happening live at Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval, Lagos State, Nigeria. And you are watching the game between Nigeria and Team Ghana. The first inning, we saw Nigeria batted, giving us a total runs of 142 runs, loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. 9 extras from the bowlers of the Team Ghana. Good cricket.
For me, let me quickly take you to the first innings when the Nigerians are batting. We talked so much about their approach of the game, and we talk about how they did not play any risk shot in the first 10 overs, and we'll find out that by that Daniel Ajekun and Sulaiman Risowe were not getting much runs because they were playing carefully, and we saw them actually played to the 10th, 11th over, and at the point where they had wicket at hand, that we thought that the wickets will give them much runs later, and there was a rapid fall of wicket for about four wickets in 4 overs, and all of a sudden the expected total we were thinking of, which was about 180, 170, did not come to play, but they won the game. They end up that innings with 6 wickets at hand. I mean, so I want to ask, when such scenario comes up again, you have wickets, you didn't use them, you end up the game and you put up 142. And we know that we have about 3 other top batters in that side, like Sheson Adedeji, that did not bat. I would have said the instruction from the captain or from the coach came a bit late. From the 8th over, I think they would have sent in an instruction telling them that in the next 4 overs, that is, which is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th over, this is the target. If you don't meet it up, then we'll have to push. We'll have to do something different. Maybe retire one of you, X, Y, Z. But they did not do that. So the end of that innings, some batters did not bat. They did not put much runs as we expected on the board. Going to the next game, not this one. Going to the next game, do you think you will still use the same tactical approach if you happen to be the coach? Or you will tell them to really increase the pace or hit the ball so hard, try and get about 60 runs to the first power play, even if we lost 2 wickets?
Tamino, with the outcome that we saw, going into the next game, I would say this approach is not bad. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. It's better to have wickets at hand than not to have any wicket at all.
If the wicket at hand that you have is not being used, I mean, that's where I'm coming from. You want to save wickets. At the end of the day, you put up 142, 5 batters did not bat. If you would have gone out a bit explosive from ball 1, maybe you would have lost early wickets also, but I think you would have had a chance of getting a bigger total. That's what I'm looking at. You know, it's a dynamic and it's something.
Yes.
The coaches will always. It's something coaches will always want to look at every game. Yes. And see how they can adjust. Just like they have kept Sulaiman quiet and Ajeko for 10 overs, not to play any sweep shot. Then after we started seeing them playing those shots and the boundary was coming. So it's good for me. It's good to always discuss this part of the game, which is the technical part of the game. You can't take it away from cricket any day, anytime.
Good comeback from Peter Aho. He has bowled 2 balls and considered no run in this over. 18 runs with the loss of no wickets in 3.2 overs for the Ghanaian batters. Are you saying they are doing well?
Well, they're not doing bad, but for a start, it's not bad. They are currently on 5 runs per over. Like I told you, I said if they go.
Good save. Good save.
So
excellent fielding.
Like I told you, I said if they go 1 run per ball, they will end up at 120 balls in 20 overs. So if they end up in 120 runs in 120 overs at 1 run per ball, definitely there will be some extras from the bowlers. Then also some loose balls. So if they put those ones, they can actually accumulate 24 as a extra to add to that to 120, and they will definitely get to 140, 144 without risk. So I won't give the game a sided game right now. It's still undecisive, the way it's going. So it's nice. It's cricket, It's cricket. It's balanced. It goes to one side, it comes back just like that. But at the moment, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yes, I expect balance from the top 2 teams of the tournament. Good performance from them. Good bowling from Peter Aho. Really attacking, putting the batter at the edge of his seat.
Rex Ford has actually handled that one with no fear. That man reminds me of Pollard of West Indies. He's always looking as if he's going to go on the top in every ball he faces. But he has kept his calm so far. The Nigerian attacking side of Peter Aho using two boundary fielders in the power play overs, bowling, putting 2 fielders, Danladi and the captains, Danladi and Taiwo Mohammed at long off and long on as the only 2 fielder allowed in the first 6 overs of the innings, which is the power play innings.
The Ghanaian batters.
So it shows you that Peter Hall just wants you to come over. You can't score. You can't score runs off me around. Try and come over me, then you'll be out.
They're gradually taking the scores. 21 runs in 4 overs.
End of over. 4 overs gone. 21 for the loss of no wicket. Runs needed per over 7 runs. Required per over 7 runs. Right now they are doing 5 runs per over. (122 balls). 122 runs needed in 96 balls. Very, very well. Very well balanced game at the moment. You can't pick a side at the moment. Either of them can win. It is the man who took the hat-trick in their previous game. That's the one marking this crease. He's been brought into the attack by the captain. He's bowling from the Court of Appeal end. It's no other than Taiwo Mohammed, the left-hander for the Nigerian side. He also was part of the World Cup squad for the under-19 in the year. A good run between the wicket for James FIFA and Rex Ford. Gradually the partnership is building. They've made 19 runs off 25 balls so far. Still looking strong and unthreatened at the center there, you know. And that one has been played into the air in the covers area. You see the fielders going under it, and he has taken that one. It is Rusawe Sulaiman. Oh, sorry, Sheson Adedeji that has taken that one. And Rex Ford, the big man that much is expected from, is feeling so disappointed walking to the pavilion. It's out. He faced 6 runs and made. He's faced 15 balls and made 6 runs. Very well bowled by Taiwo Mohammed. Will history repeat itself today in this tournament? Never can tell. His first wicket off his second delivery. And let's see if he's going to get a hat-trick for today. Taiwo Mohammed is trying to find his way down to the bowling chart. He's trying to put his name there. I must be there. The young man has grown over the years. Started his cricket in Onitolo Secondary School, Lagos, Nigeria. Him and his brother Moshood Mohammed, also a strong member in his days, played for the under-19 and also has played for the senior national team.
Taiwo Mohammed is bringing his A game, I must say. He was the one that scored the first hat-trick for the tournament.
You are right for me.
3 runs, 3 wickets in 3 balls, and the last 3 balls were dot balls, maiden over, hat-trick in that same over. Brilliant performance from Taiwo Mohammed.
Can say that again. The big man who has walked in to give James FIFA a good support is no other than Obed Ave, an all-rounder from the Ghanaian side. This man is full of experience. Spent some of his life in South Africa, working and actually playing cricket. He's actually got some experience, because I remember some years back I met him at the High Performance Center in Johannesburg, where he told me he's understudying some batters at the Titans Cricket Club of South Africa. Oh my God, Obed would have been gone now. That was a run, a run without a call. Oh, it was good to see him come back quickly to gain his ground. The Nigerian fielders will take no prisoners. They have been excellent in the fielding, taking chances, throwing the ball, shying at the wicket, and that's what one of the things I've seen so far in this tournament. I've seen the Nigerian fielders shy at the wicket without holding back, and that is something we look to see in professional cricket. If you want it and you feel you can get it, then go for it. That's the attitude, and that's the language. That one beats. Oh, it's good to see a lefty bowl to a lefty. Taiwo Mohammed, the left-hander bowler, fast. Bowling to Obed Avid, a fast. Bowling to Obed Avid, a left-hander batter. Very well bowled. Very well bowled. And that's the fourth delivery of Taiwo Mohammed. Fumi, what do you have to say about that?
Speaking of Obed Avi, he's a man that you don't want to see him settle at the center, and that is why I can see the agitation, I can see the intent of the Nigerian fielders to get his wicket, because the moment the batter settles in the center, there's going to be a big problem. He has shown it before, he has done it before, that he is a big hitter. He goes for the ball fearlessly and it takes the run off his bat.
Obed Abed, a batter who can play all-round shots. He's also the number 6 man in the batting chart, also finding his way to this top. This tournament has kept him a bit quiet. He has not done much than he is expected to do, but then he's not doing badly. You see him come in playing so quietly. It's not an easy wicket to get. The Nigerian bowlers must really work hard for him and make sure he does not settle, like Fumi said earlier on.
Good over from Taiwo Mohammed.
That one came back to the pad but didn't get an appeal from Taiwo Mohammed. No wicket was given. No out was given to that one, and at the end of his over, he bowled one wide and considered one run, and was hit for 1 run at his first ball, making it 2 runs in that over with a wicket. Wonderful performance by Taiwo Mohammed. A new bowler has been introduced into the attack, in no other than Isaac Okwe, the leader in the chart of the bowling republic.
You know, Isaac has shown us that if I'm not getting the runs, I'm going to get the wickets. And he has been doing that in this tournament. If the runs are not coming off my bat, then the wickets have to drop off my ball.
You're right, for me. He's one of those batters that can bowl and can really bowl. In this tournament so far, he has been dominating with the ball. He's the number 1 bowler in the chart so far. Isaac Okwe, you can't take that from me. Very good bowler, very, very good bowler. He knows what variations means. He knows where to cut, where to delay, and the length and line to bowl at any time. It's a bowler every other young cricketer in Nigeria will always learn from. Comfortably pulled by James Viva to the mid-wicket area, and they are taking 3 runs. Well saved by Taiwo Mohammed. Good, lovely fielding by Taiwo Mohammed. Very, very lovely fielding. The 3 runs made of that ball.
$120 runs is needed in 89 balls. It's cricket. Anything can happen.
Yes, like you said, for me, anything can happen. It is not over until it's over. There's a lot. 1 expensive overs from the bowling side, and the batter will they'll be on top, dominating. So that's cricket for you.
I don't think Obed Avid has settled. I think he's still struggling, trying to find his grounds. because we can see a little bit of loopholes here and there. But it's Obed David. He knows how to come back.
This ground is not new to Obed David. He has played on this ground so many times in club cricket and also at the international level. But we know him. He likes building his innings. He has faced 5 balls and scored no runs so yet. And 6 balls he has faced now, no runs from Obed David. But he's still there building, like I said.
Good bowling so far from Isaac Okwe coming from the pavilion end.
That ball stayed low and crept into the wicket of Obed David. I'm sure he did not expect that. But well, it's cricket as usual. Sometimes it doesn't come your way. You have to stay down. You play the balls as it comes, not imagine or thinking that the bounce will merit its delivery all the time. This is the 3rd wicket. Nigeria is sailing nice and nicely. 3 wickets down, 26 runs on board. The current run rate has dropped from 5 to 4 per over.
Again, Isaac has shown us why he's an experienced bowler. That would take an experienced bowler to judge the action of a batsman and say, you know what, let me just make the ball slower. Let me make the ball slower and creep it in.
Very well bowled, like you said. For me, Isaac actually took the pace of that one, but changed his line and then bowled a Yorker line into Obed David, and the corresponding action from Obed David to that ball did not match it. The ball just crept under the bat and got his wicket. Good bowling sense, and this man is the man topping, leading the bowling chart. He has added to his total now.
The team yellow and green are so excited, and why won't you be excited when you take a big man out with no runs?
Obed David, no doubt, is a big wicket for the Ghanaian side, and that's why you can see the jubilation. Even Isaac Okwe, you see the way he jubilated in that ball. You should know that if he allowed Obed David to settle in, they will definitely pay for it. The man in now is Kevin from the Ghanaian side. Kevin Alefi.
So far, it's 2 wickets down. Still in the power play. Good bowling from Team Nigeria. Good bowling. Two more balls from Isaac Okwe in this over, and we'll call it an end in the power play. So, TJ, looking at this power play, let's compare it Nigeria and Ghana. Which would you prefer?
Well, just that, like you said, which will I prefer anyway? But I will definitely prefer the loss of no wicket, but similar runs. There are similar runs so far, but the difference is just that Ghana has 2 wickets down, while Nigeria had no wicket. So, but as the game progresses, we will see by the time we get to the 10th over what the total will look like, and we'll see. We'll see what the total will look like, if it will affect the wicket or if there will be no difference.
Very well said, TJ. First ball faced by Kelvin, respects the ball, respects the bowler, and dots it. Isaac Okwe running in from the pavilion end. Straight drive. And ends the over with 2 runs.
It's end of the power play over, and it's end of 6 overs. It's 26 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Ghana, we need 115 runs to win in 84 balls. Still very, very positive and possible to do. All they just need to do is rotate, strike more, and make sure they don't keep so many dot balls.
Taiwo Mohammed coming again from the Court of Appeal end. Are we going to see another wicket in his over?
We never can tell. For me, we hope and we wish, but then there are 2 good batters in Kevin Alefi and James Viva still at the center. Let's hope for the best and enjoy the game.
We are seeing some changes in the fielding positions. Power play is over. And he tossed it in the air. And that is a wicket, Amuno John. Taiwo, what did you put in your stew? Because it is tasty.
I love the way you say that for me. Well, looking at the field that was set for that attack, there was a long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and deep extra covers. So it tells you that if you try to go over the head there in that area, in those areas, and you don't actually make it up to the boundary, you'll be making it up home. You'll be going back home, and that's what has happened so far. I would have expected James Viva to have seen the boundary feeders there and use his feet to push around. He's out. The man coming in, Goffred Boyewame, popularly known and called by his friends Ashake. Taiwo Mohammed has started again. His first ball has gotten a wicket.
We are seeing very good display of cricket on the field right now. Good bowling tactics, good fielding from Team Nigeria. But nevertheless, you can see that the Ghanaian batters are relaxed. No tension whatsoever is being shown right now.
Same fate setting is still repeated. Nothing has changed. The new batter is in. Goffred will be facing his first ball of his innings. The Nigerian side look too comfortable on this one. They've played. It shows that they've played each other countless time and they know their strength. The Nigerian cricket side has not lost any game so far. Ghana happens to be the second in the leading chart of team below Nigeria. I'm expecting more beautiful cricket. I know this game will not end the way we are seeing it. Expecting Ghana to throw more punches as the innings progresses.
Good bowling so far from Taiwo Mohammed coming from Court of Appeal end. 3 balls, no runs considered, 1 wicket. Good bowling, I must say. And that is another dot ball from Taiwo Mohammed.
Very precise bowler. Always giving no chance to the batter to score runs off him. He's so stingy with the ball. But I think that's what it's required for any bowler who is goal oriented. I know that batsman batting Godfrey. I know when he settles in, it could be very dangerous. But I hope he's also watching the field. The crocodiles are waiting in the shallow part of the water, waiting for their prey. I hope he doesn't get there. Very good shot, lovely covers drive from Godfrey. Would that be too comfortable? It has sailed to 4 runs. I told you about this young man. He's very articulate, very strong.
Before that 4, we were looking at a maiden over, but the last ball was a 4. The Batman said, no, not on my watch.
And that's the beautiful dynamics about cricket for me. Sometimes you can be doing well as a bowler, but one ball can actually spoil your total. That's why cricket is different from any other sport in the world. Its dynamics is just unmeasurable, so wild. You can never say it's over until it's over. One over can do a lot of change to any game, positively or negatively.
Isaac Okwe coming for his second over from the pavilion end.
And Isaac feeds setting. He's using a long on and a long off, a deep mid wicket, a deep square, a deep extra covers, and a third man. Isaac is bowling without no slips and gully. He's gotten a point and a covers, a proper covers and a short mid off. So it tells you that he's not interested in taking edges. He wants to control the batsman and bowl wicket to him.
I must say that the partnership between Isaac and Taiwo as a first change is really effective. When the two enters first change, you can tell instantly that there is a difference from the fielding position to the wickets dropping to the dots on the ball. Good partnership between Isaac and Taiwo.
I can also point out that they are both bowlers that really don't like batters score runs off them, and they are also goal-oriented bowlers. Their job is to curtail and take wickets, and that's what we see them do as we're watching. Very well played, Godfrey. I love the way he opened the face of that bat, playing that ball in between the point and the third man for 4 runs. Backward of point area, good lovely shot, safe area. Even if he had a slash in that area, it will still go down for 4 runs. A good 4 added to the total of the Ghanaian side. Godfrey by Awema still in there, looking positive and strong.
Gradually, the Ghanaian batters are going up the ladder. 37 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 7.3 overs. Taking the runs ball by ball. And that's the full toss. But it was a dot ball.
That was a no ball, and a free hit is being called by the umpire.
Good stop from the fielder. One run off a no ball.
Oh.
That was down the leg.
For me, he's bowled that one on a leg stump. The batter did not open his leg. On a normal day, that shot would have been played for an on drive. But the batsman wanted to flick that ball, and it was far away from him. So that got a leg by.
Godfred facing Isaac Okpe.
And that one is played into the air, and the fielder is under it, and it's been taken. Isaac has gotten his second wicket in this innings. Very sensible bowler, like I told you guys. It has a hit being played off him, and he loves taking wicket. He's still the leading wicket taker of the tournament so far. He has added 2 wickets to his total of wickets in the tournament. And Godfrey Bayawema, the man that we think that it will settle the or balance, put the balance to the ship of the Ghanaian side, is walking down the pavilion. Ghana will need 103 runs to win in 72 balls. Godfrey Bayawema walking down into the pavilion. Agboya from the Ghanaian side is walking in to fill up the space of Godfrey, and Ghanaian is beginning to sink gradually.
More than anything right now, the Ghanaian batters need a partnership. For anything to work out right now, a partnership has to be built. Even if it takes for them to go back, start afresh, and come out stronger. But something needs to work, and I think it is partnership.
Yeah, right, Fumi. A 40 for the loss of 4 wickets. 8 overs gone, 12 overs to come. There's something that is need to be done. It has to be done in the next 4 overs. Sheson Adedeji has taken 2 catches in this match off Taiwo Mohammed. It was Isaac Okpe that was bowled Obed Avid, and Godfrey Bayawema was also called by Danladi off Okpe Isaac over. The man coming back, the return bowler from the Court of Appeal end, Taiwo Mohammed, will be bowling his 3rd over in this innings.
Taiwo is really in form, I must say. Really in form. You can see that he has put in so much into preparation of this tournament.
What will you say? They've been the national team of the Nigerian cricket. The Yellow Greens. They've been in camp for the past 1 month preparing for the ICC qualifiers in Namibia, and this tournament came in and it's like a practice match. A practice tournament for them. So what will you have to say? You can't take it away from the Nigerian side that has been preparing before this particular tournament. And that one was actually edged. There was no slip fielder, and it went for 4 runs, adding to the total to take the Ghanaians to 144 for the loss of 4 wickets in 8.2 overs. Kevin Alefi and Michael Agbogwa still at the center, hoping to steady the ship. Currently, the Ghanaian side have moved to 5 runs per over, while the required run rate is 8 runs per over.
Same shots in same direction.
It's all part of it for me. Batters always look around to take advantage of the spaces around them.
With the way they are playing, and they are not playing on their front foot, I think they are struggling a little bit against Taiwo Mohammed.
Well, that's your perspective for me. whatever the batter is facing. I'm sure if you ask him now, he might be telling you something different. But what you're saying from here is seeing them not too comfortable. Well, again, whenever there is a fall of wicket or a rapid fall of wicket, trust me, the information from the captain or the coach is always different from the previous information. So you never can tell. Maybe has been given an instruction to keep the next 2 overs calm and steady before they go back to explore. It's Michael Agboya facing his second ball in his batting innings. Taiwo Mohammed pushing him backward, bowling short of a good length into him, man, forcing him to play defensive. It's risky when the bowler keep bowling you and pushing you back. You don't want to make any mistake to hit your wicket from the back. Yeah. That one looked fast. It looks like they will go for 2 for that one. An easy 2. Very well played down the fine leg by Michael Agboa. Good shot.
And that is the end of the 9th over.
End of 9th over. 47 for the loss of 4 wickets. Ghana still struggling. You can see the stats there. It speaks for himself. Both teams almost have similar runs. Similar runs in most of their overs, like the 9th over, the 7th over, the 4th over. Similar run rate. So it tells you that if Ghana stay a bit longer with so much positive intensity, they might get there. I can see Ridwan Karim, the leg break bowler from the Nigerian side, warming up. He's been introduced by the captain into the bowling attack. Isaac Okpe has been rested in this over. Ridwan Karim, captain of the under-19 cricket team, has been thrown into the fold. He will be bowling from the pavilion end. Taking a look at the feed of Ridwan Karim. Because it's a leg spinner. It's a leg spinner. There's every tendency that the ball will break off the middle stump outside to the off stump area. So the fatter the turn is, the more space for the batters, or chance for the batter to slash into the square, into the point area, and we'll just see that display by Kevin playing that one to Ajay Kundane at the deep extra covers for 1 run. So I'll take you to the 5th setting of the leg spinner. Ridwan Karim is using a slip. Then he has a gully covers. Then he has a deep extra covers at the boundary, a long off and a long on, then deep mid wicket, then deep square leg, no fine leg, and he has finally gotten the wicket of Kevin Alefi, bowling that one at the leg stump, coming back to the off stump to take the wicket of Kevin. Very, very wonderfully well bowled by Ridwan Karim. One of the most difficult spin to bowl, the act of leg spin. Very difficult. You have little room for error, and you always want to keep it wicket to wicket, especially if the turn is big. We've seen the legendary, may so rest in peace, Shane Warne, the master at leg spin. He could bowl the ball outside leg stump and it comes back to the off stump. I've seen him do it so many times, Shane Warne. And every young lad who bowls the leg spin should always look forward to check and learn from Shane Warne. They should go look for the videos of Shane Warne, the master blaster himself. Big turn of the ball, very big turn, and we can see Redwan Karim doing something like that in this innings. The Nigerian side is full of so many options, so many bowling options, and that's why they have a very big advantage. If a bowler is not coming up to party, he's quickly rotated, which is good for the game. Is the captain who is in now, Samson Aware, occupying the crease with Michael Alefi. Let's see if the captain will lead his team from the front this time around. It's still not over for me. Do you think so?
It's not over. It's not over. I always like to make reference to Ghana-Rwanda game. The game taught me that it is not over until it is over. Until the last ball, it is not over. I mean, 5 wickets down is not the end of the game. 2 batsmen or 2 batters can finish the game. And that is the end of Rilwan Abdulkarim's over. First ball for Taiwo Mohammed coming from Court of Appeal end was a 1 run.
This will be the 4th over and the last over for Taiwo in this innings. Yeah, he has gotten 2 wickets so far. The young man is still looking strong coming from the Court of Appeal end.
Good overs from Taiwo Mohammed. Commendable.
Okay. The required run rate from Ghana is 9 runs per over, and they are still going at 5 runs per over. It's not over like we said yet, but they need a tactical plan to change it. A lovely catch there by Rusaway, the leading run scorer of the tournament. He's also good with the glove. He has taken that one so much professionally, taking the captain of the Ghanaian side, who struggled but had no answer to that delivery of Taiwo Mohammed. Well edged down to the keeper. Sulaiman took that one with so much style and angry and passion. See the captain walk down with his face down. I wonder what is going through his mind now. It's the big man coming in. Rex. I beg your pardon. Alefi coming in. Daniel, the man that came from the Court of Appeal end. Well energetic bowler, well athletic, well built structure, is coming in to anchor the ship with Michael. And let's hope that this time around they get this partnership right. Four runs per over seems not to be too good. If Ghana must do something, I think this is the turning point where they need to put more effort in making sure they up the volume.
Taiwo Mohammed doing what he knows how to do best, aiming for the wickets, and if the wickets are not coming, taking the dot balls. And that is the second wicket for Taiwo Mohammed in this over. Same way the captain got out, same way Daniel got out. Taiwo Mohammed, what did you put in your stew?
So disappointing. But like I said earlier on, for me, when you actually made a comment that you think the Ghanaians will do much better when coming to bat, and I told you that I see them more like a bowling side than a batting side, and this run rate that Nigeria put up, you actually made a comment that it's not too difficult. It won't be difficult for the Ghanaian side to chase, but I kept reminding you that the Ghanaian are more of a bowling side than a batting side, especially when they are facing the tough opposition like Nigeria. It's definitely a run for your money. And so far we've seen 7 wickets for 50 in 10.5 overs. And this particular point of the game was a turning point for the Nigerian batters when they started piling up the runs. And you can see when the Ghanaians have gotten to that point is when the wickets are dropping more. They will need 93 runs to win in 55 balls. At this point in time, the Nigeria is dominating the innings. Ghana, I don't know what is happening.
I must agree with you, Tamuno John. The Ghanaian batters have slowly moved away from the middle order and they are approaching the tail order batsman.
That's Taiwo hoping to bowl his last ball for this over, and that will take him off the attack throughout the remaining innings.
So far, I think Taiwo has 4 wickets.
4 wickets in this. Okay, yes, it's true. He's gotten 1 wicket per over, and this over is already he has taken 2. So 1 ball to come, and let's see if this will be the wicket again for him.
Taiwo Mohammed from the Court of Appeal end. And with 2 runs off that ball, we can say that is the end of Taiwo Mohammed. Wonderful, magical bowling this inning. Excellent bowler. Good line and length, good attacking, and good fielding. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Alphabet, Sparkle, SPORTSBOX, Lagos State Government, and the Nigerian Cricket Federation, ICC.
Thank you. We can't stop by saying thank you to the sponsors. They are the one behind the viewing the tournament so far, and this is the only way you can keep getting better. Every sport need sponsors, and cricket is actually one of them.
First ball of Ridwan went for a 2-run.
For a side like Nigeria, I think it will be better if they bowl Ghana all out before the 15th over, if they can. Yeah, because they are claiming dominance and looking stronger. But I know that the Ghanaian, I know they don't actually have a tail end. They will bat till the last batsman. It's just that their batting has not come to party in this tournament so far. I'm so surprised that at 11.2 overs they've lost 7 wickets. It's unlike Ghana. But again, we always hear sportsmen say bad day in the office. The wicket of James the wicket of Obed
Obed
Avid
Avid, yeah.
has cost them a bit of a low total, and even James Fofa. Those are the strong batters in the side, and also Rex Banku did not do much as expected. Those 3 wickets would have contributed nothing less than 70, but they lost it earlier, and it has kept them very low.
And that is another wicket for Rilwan Abdulkarim. Another batter out of the center.
As Ghana keeps going down in wickets, the runs also are not piling up. They will need a super batter to come and actually steady the ship. The run rate required per over is 10 runs, and they are going at 4 runs per over. You can see the smile on the Nigerian fielders' face. They are so comfortable, they are so relaxed, enjoying the home soil, the home atmosphere, and of course the home crowd. Wonderful performance by them so far. 8 wicket out now for Ghana. They will need to battle it out. The next 3 overs will decide if they will get to the end of the 20th over. It's 8 wicket down for Ghana.
Samuno, are we still looking at any possibility at this stage of the game?
Well, we will not write Ghana off until the very last ball is being bowled. We saw how big the margin was when Ghana was playing Rwanda, and most people wrote off that game. And at the end, between the 17th to the 20th over, Ghana put up a very big, huge score, turned the game around, and went into super over to win that game. Now that tells you that you don't say it's over until it's over for me. It's Joseph in, Kofi and Joseph are at the center now, struggling out. Very well bowled, Ridwan. This young chap seems to be enjoying his deliveries. And end of overs at the end of overs is 12 overs gone, 8 overs to come. Ghana still struggling. 56 runs at the loss of 8 wickets. A lovely wicket been taken there. Chimele Dokwe has returned back to the attack. His first ball has gotten the wicket of nobody other than jersey number 9 batter, walking down with his head down, feeling so disappointed at himself. What can he do again? It's cricket. It's about bowling and batting.
Incoming is a man that performed excellently well with the ball in the first innings. Took a lot of wickets and a lot of dots. Aquil.
You are right for me. Aquil, the short runner fast bowler from Ghana, who got 2 wickets when he was bowling in the Ghanaian innings. It's the last batter of the day for the Ghanaian team. It's in to rough it out with Kofi. Nigerian team have claimed dominance already in this game, and it's looking more one-sided. Not over, but then you will give about 97% to Nigerian side if you have to take who will win.
I can see an interesting fielding position for Chimezie. Very interesting fielding position.
Very well taken by the keeper, Russell Sulaiman. I love the way he took that one on the leg side this time around, throwing himself down the leg slip area. Wonderful performance by Russell Sulaiman.
Another fielder going to join the slips. Very interesting fielding position, Tamuno John, I must say.
The Nigerian cricket team are beginning to add a bit of fun to the game as they have increased the number of slip fielders to 5. They've got 4 guys at the first, second, third, and fourth slips. And taking okay, it's Peter Hall has been taken down back to fine leg, and they giving all the support. Come our way, we will take him for you. They know it's the last batter of the Ghanaian side, and Ghana we need 11 runs to win. If they have to go per over. They need 11 runs per over to win. So it's been a difficult time throughout so far for them. No. So Nigeria begin to have fun with the game. The fielders have been brought in to taunt the batsman to go overhead. Edokwe bought his 4th ball now. He has bought 5 balls so far, 1 wicket, and it's looking like a maiden wicket over.
Let's not get excited yet. You know what happened to Taiwo Mohammed? At the last ball of his maiden, there was a 4-run.
You are right, Fumi.
And that was a drop catch.
A drop catch by Isaac Okpe at the short leg there, at the silly mid-off area. The plan actually worked. The fielder didn't take the opportunities, and that's why we talk about supporting the bowler. All right, Ghana will be needing 87 runs to win in 42 balls. It's getting more difficult by day as they progress. Nigeria has bowled 6 extras so far, 13 overs. The partnership that has worked for the Ghanaians but didn't last. It was James Fever and Rex Bankum who made up 22 runs off 26 balls. The other one that we're trying to build is the one of Godfrey.
Idris Abdulkarim coming in from the pavilion end, and his first ball is a wide.
Very well bowled. Karim rated 1.
The Nigerian team are eager for the last wicket. They are eager for the last wicket. They want to leave the sun. Take this one home, relax, and get ready for tomorrow's game. TJ.
Yes, for me.
So far, what would you say went wrong with the Ghanaian batting? Is it the lineup?
For me, it has not been the lineup really. It's just an individual approach to the game so far. I mean, a player like Obed Avid. What do you want to say? He has much experience in his side. He has played this game at the highest level. A player like James FIFA also has played for a very long time and has so much experience. Player like Rex Benford, Rexford also has played this game for long, but all didn't come to party in these games. What else do you want to say? It's just a bad day in the office and probably against the Nigerian side. Maybe they will bounce back in their second game.
Over up 59 runs, 9 wickets down, 14 overs gone.
14 overs gone, right? 59 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. 1 wicket remaining, and we'll be saying bye-bye to the first match of the day.
So far, Team Nigeria has shown us why they are on top. Excellent batting, excellent fielding, excellent bowling. Another round ticked 60 for 9, 14.1 overs.
Okay. Ghanaian side struggling so much. They know it's last wicket. If I happen to be the coach, I will just give an instruction for them to make sure that they play to the 20th over.
I think that is the silver lining. Play to the 20th over. Let's see what happens. And that wraps off the second innings.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the tournament. We have come to the end of the match between Nigeria and Ghana, and it is Nigeria who have dominated this one. It was restricting Ghana to 60 runs at a loss of 10 wickets in 14.2 overs. Nigeria won by 82 runs. Top performance. They've not lost any game so far. Seems to be on top of the table. A lovely afternoon here, ladies and gentlemen. We will get back to you as let's run you through this match summary. Rosawe Sulaimon again from the Nigeria, the opening batter. We will actually play to the 19th over. Made 80 runs off 62 balls. Wonderful partnership with Ajegun Daniel, who actually made 33 runs off 38 balls. Udekwe came in to put an ice on the cake by scoring 9 runs off 8 balls. For the Ghanaian side, the men who have done well with the ball can take it away from Akwel Said Woodboard, who had 2 wickets for 28 in 4 overs. Raikford Bankum also 2 wickets for 21 runs in 3 overs. Gottfried Bakwe Yeme, who actually did not get wicket, but considered 17 runs in 4 overs. And that is the stats for that particular innings. The Ghanaian innings, James FIFA faced 12 balls and scored 16 runs. Gottfried Bakweme 9 for 9. Kevin Awala 9 for 11 balls. At the bowling attack, it is Taiwo Mohammed, who got 4 wickets for 16 runs in 4 overs, while Edokwe Chimelin got 2 wickets for 13 runs in 3.2 overs. And the man that you can't take away from the ranks, Isaac Okpe, got 2 wickets for 12 runs in 2 overs. Wonderful performance by the Nigerian side. Again, I'll say very big congratulations to them. We have come to the end of the match. Let's move on to the post presentation. Thank you, gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here. Welcome to the post presentation of the match between Nigeria and Ghana. I'll quickly welcome the captain. I would like to welcome the captain of the Nigerian side and the captain of the Ghanaian side as they join me here. Before they do that, it's Nigeria who has won this one today. Samson, you're the captain of the Ghanaian team, and your side did not do as expected today. You lost to Nigeria. Can you please tell us what caused it?
It's another day, another bad day in the office, and I would say we really need to wake up. I don't really know what happened. I'm still assessing whatever happened because I feel no matter what, even if you have to lose, we need to even play all the 20 overs, but not just playing and leaving more overs left on the board, because we are more than able to play all the 20 overs or even chase this score. And the way and manner we gave away our wickets was too bad, because most of the wickets were we just give out our wickets. It's not like yes. So I think we need to be more greedy in terms of not giving our wickets away and making sure that we capitalize on the basics, which is taking the singles and putting yourselves in the game, so you'll be able to build upon in hitting the boundaries when they come. So we need to work on our basics. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Samson, the captain. Thank you. The Nigerian captain, the winning captain of the side. Congratulations once again. You have won this one and actually added to the ones you have already in the bag. It's good to have you here with me. Tell us, what is the idea? This time around, we find out that the approach in batting, there was no loss of wicket to the 12th over. That is what they call going back to the box and doing what is right. What has been the advice given to Daniel Ajegun and Rusawe Sulaiman?
Yeah, well, the basic thing was just to keep cricket and play fearless cricket, be more positive while playing. So I guess they did really well. Kudos to the team for doing that. Kudos to them. Kudos to Runshaw for playing till the end. So it was really good to see the guys sticking to plans and playing positively.
Oh, thank you so much once again. Thank you for winning this one. Congratulations to the team Nigeria. We have come to the presentation, and here with us is the tournament referee and the umpire, the third umpire, David Ojembo. Thank you and welcome again.
Thank you.
So, quickly going for the man of the match of the today match between Nigeria and Ghana. It's no other than the batter topping the rank from the Nigerian side, the yellow-green, the person in the name of Sulaiman Rosawe. Wonderful performance. Wonderful performance by Sulaiman Rosawe. 80 runs off 62 balls. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's good to have you, Sulaiman, to win the man of the match for this game. I love your approach. This time around, I found out that you did not actually play those sweep shots earlier on in the game, and you started playing them immediately you got to the 12 overs. And also, I want to ask you, who gave you that information, or